Tacos might be in the top 3 of my favorite things to eat.
Yep.
Pizza, hamburgers, tacos, pasta. I don't know. They're all mixed up together. Anyways, when you grill up skirt steak that's marinated in citrus, put it in a corn tortilla with some pickled red onions and this amazing cilantro lime crema, you're going to have a taco that's going to wow everybody that's taking a bite. Let's go. I want to talk about citrus. There's 2 parts to all the citrus we have. There's zest and there's the juice. The important thing is both give incredible flavor to when you're making it. The zest has all those essential oils where if you were actually to take some of the zest and squeeze it by a flame, it would ignite. That is amazing flavor, especially when it comes in contact with heat and fire. It brings out an amazing orange, citrus, lemon, lime, you name it, the flavor's there. Also, I probably don't have to say it, but we want to zest before we juice because it's going to be really hard to zest it after it's been juiced. And here we have oranges, lemons, and limes. Have you ever noticed when you smell these 3 together, it almost smells like Fruit Loops or Fruity Pebbles, right?
How weird is that?
Doesn't that hit that nostalgia of that being a kid and eating cereal? The rest of the ingredients are really simple. We have some soy sauce, dried oregano. If you want to use fresh, you totally can. We have some chili powder, some sweet paprika, honey, garlic, and cilantro. All of these flavors individually are amazing, but when you put them together, it's like that symphony we talk about. The soy sauce is adding that saltiness, that flavor, that umami bomb. The spices, the oregano, giving it that bright, smoky, peppery flavor. The honey, a little sweetness. We always want to balance all that out. Garlic, who doesn't love some garlic? The flavor is always bright and shiny. And last but not least, that cilantro vibe. If you're not feeling cilantro, you don't have to put it in there, but I love that bright, vibrant flavor of cilantro. It just really rounds everything out. This is a super great marinade. It's exceptionally versatile. You can use it on just about anything, but today we're using it on outside skirt steak for our carne asada tacos. I like to put it in a Ziploc bag. I just feel like I can get more control over it and it marinates the meat a little bit better. We're gonna let this marinate for about 1 to 2 hours. We don't wanna let it go for too much longer because it's such a thin cut that it could start to cook the meat. So 1 to 2 hours is all you need to really get all that flavor. Nate, you like cremas?
Love crema.
I love cremas too.
I like saying crema.
Crema is a fun word, crema. It's a fun word to say, and it might sound intimidating, but ultimately, guys, at the end of the day, it just makes cream, and it's super simple to make, and this is one of those condiments I want you guys to take, make, put in your fridge, put in a squeeze bottle if you have it, and just put this on everything. It's bright, it's vibrant,
It's that
creamy.
good?
It is that good, I can promise, and it's so simple to make. Got our nice little blender here. I suggest if you have one of these smaller blenders, it's a whole bunch, 1 full bunch of cilantro. But we want this to be bright, vibrant green, and you need that much cilantro to make it happen. Couple cloves of garlic, throw that in there. So to this, we're gonna add a full juice of a lime. I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, sour cream was just the go-to condiment on tacos.
I was the opposite, Matt.
You didn't like the sour cream in your tacos?
I couldn't do it.
I mean, we didn't really eat authentic tacos when we were younger. We ate what I like to coin as that gringos tacos, you know, just kind of like the ground beef with the seasoning mix in there. I didn't know that tacos was such a broader cuisine until I really moved to New York City and got to experience so many more flavors. And then last is a little bit of mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, it's creamy, it's fatty, it's luscious. It's just gonna make this sauce that much more silkier and smooth when we blend it all together. Put our lid on our fancy, how you doing over here, our fancy little blender.
Fancy how you doing.
And now it's time to give us a blend. Look at that. See how color's going from that white to that green? What? I know! Who can talk over a blender? What I was trying to say over the exceptionally loud noise of what a blender is look at how that color changed in that beautiful, bright, vibrant green, right? You can even use it as a side dipping sauce for chicken, for steak, for pork, you name it, fish. This is one of those sauces we're gonna just start making and keeping in your fridge all the time because it's just that good. I learned this trick from when I beat Bobby Flay. Did you know that?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I know.
I competed and I won, and I've also judged a bunch of times. But one of his famous tricks is that little grenadine component when he's making his onions. Why? Because not only does it add the sweetness that you need when you're making the pickles, it also makes that red color of the onions pop and take on that color as well. So your red onions are really red, right? Super simple, genius, and it works every time. But in this recipe, we have some red wine vinegar, some sugar, the grenadine, a little bit of water, and we're gonna bring that all together with some bay leaf to a boil or to a simmer, and then we're gonna pour it over those onions, cover them, and let them sit for 5 to 10 minutes so they get nice and soft, and then you're gonna transfer them to a food-safe container, leave them in your fridge until you're ready to eat, and you have an always perfect, always delicious condiment. Do you wanna add some heat? Sure, put some chili flake in there, put some chili peppers in there, get them to be spicy pickled red onions. But either way, you have that bright, vinegary, sweet pickled onion that's a perfect condiment for just about anything. Cover it and let it cool on the counter. Skirt steak, guys, a super thin cut of meat. It's not gonna take long to cook. We're gonna get our Genesis super hot. It's gonna be about 2 minutes per side. What we're looking for is to develop that really beautiful char and that flavor on that meat, and that's gonna happen, but you gotta make sure that your grill is set to that char setting, this highest heat that it'll go. Remember that marinade? All that citrus, all that soy, all those flavors, they're exploding off of the grill right now, and the aroma and the flavor is amazing. It's also gonna help developing that beautiful char on the outside of that skirt steak. So after bringing it off the grill, we're gonna put it on our cutting board and let it rest while we start to get our tortillas in the works. I love, love, love the texture of the flour tortilla, but there's something about the flavor of this corn tortilla that just works for me. But a big tip that a lot of people don't ever do when they're doing their corn tortillas is you gotta heat them up. You gotta hit them with a little bit of oil, a little bit of fat, a little bit of something. It's gonna make them so much more pliable, and it's gonna bring out all the flavor in that corn tortilla. We're gonna take a little bit of oil, and with a simple brush both sides of that corn tortilla. Then we're just gonna throw them on the high heat of the grill for about 10 seconds per side. Pull them off. It's gonna toast the corn, it's gonna bring out that flavor, it's gonna make it more pliable, so we can get ready to make our tacos. Steak is done, cremas are done, tortillas are done, the pickled onions are done. Now it's time to cut up this steak, just into sections. And what this is gonna do, it's gonna allow me to cut against the grain while being able to cut the steak about the size of the tortilla. And you see all this? Don't lose this. This juice, this juice, that's flavor.
It's a pro move right
We
there.
like this juice, we like this flavor. Why? Because why not, guys? That's what's going in the tortilla ultimately, and why not add a little bit more of that flavor to that tortilla itself? These tortillas, they're warm, they're pliable, they're hot, and I want to soak up every last little bit of this juice. And we're gonna actually just serve these tacos right here on this board because we're a family, and everyone's gonna be coming to the table to eat right now. Hey, you ever hear of a taco bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is our taco board, right? We have all these beautiful colors, the smell of the citrus in the meat, the green of the cilantro lime crema, the bright red of those pickled red onions. Taco night is never going to be the same again after today. These may be complex flavors, but this is not complicated at all. And that is exactly what we're trying to do here today in this show. Teach you guys how to make delicious, elevated flavors with ease of execution. It's not stressful, we're just having fun cooking. Look how gorgeous this is, guys. The vibrant colors on this, the smell, the aroma. This is the time when you need to have smell-o-vision at home. Look at that. And the trick with the oil and toasting these, look at how pliable these corn tortillas are. Let's go, it's bite time. I could take down a dozen of these, easy. Oh my God, I gotta get another bite. Simplicity is king. Skirt steak carne asada tacos. The citrus is exploding. The bright creaminess of that crema. That slight tart pickle of those onions. Putting it together with some of that cotija cheese for a little saltiness at the end. Guys, this is a perfect taco, and it needs to be on your weekly repertoire of menus that you're cooking for your friends, family, and loved ones. Let's do the taco board. It's that time. Guys, if you like this recipe, please tell us in the comments, and better yet, like it, and tell us what you want us to cook next time, because we are here to teach you, and we just want to share all these amazing flavors with you guys at home. I'm Chef Matt, I'm your Grill Guide, and I'll see you on the next one.